Hey guys, so today I'm back here with something a little bit different from what I've done before. So I'm going to be doing an autumn makeup look for you, hence the bare face. But I'm kind of obsessed with autumn kind of makeup looks and autumn colours on the eyes and stuff. So I thought this would be really fun to do, to show you guys, just what I put on my face in the autumn. I've got my little friend with me to help me do my makeup. Say hello. This is Sunny. He's my dog. He's very sweet. Aren't you? Say hello. So let's get started. So the first thing I put on my face, I always start with foundation. So for foundation, what I've been loving to do is I mix I've always done this, I mix like a lighter, more natural coverage, dewy finish foundation or cream with a more heavy duty foundation, so I kind of get the best of both worlds. So this is like the first thing I ever used on my skin, and I still love it. It's the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream. So I use this in shade 110 light medium. And then I mix that together with the iconic Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So this is so many people's favourites. It's a beautiful foundation, and I use the shade 3.75, although bear in mind I am rather pale at the moment. So on my hand I just take a blob of the BB cream and I mix that together with a pump of the foundation. So I just mix it together. Once I've got this kind of spread all around, I take my Bare Minerals Flawless Face Brush. This is just the one that comes with the mineral foundations. I've had it for years, and I just blend everything in using that. It gives a really nice kind of like airbrush natural finish. Once that's mostly blended, I'll just go in with my hands and kind of dab it, make sure it's all properly melted kind of into the skin. Now the next part of my base, I use concealer, and this concealer I've used since I literally first started wearing makeup, and I hate to think how many tubes of this I've gone through, but it's really good and really reasonably priced, so I super recommend this. It's this Rimmel Lasting Radiance concealer. This used to be the Rimmel Wake Me Up, but I think they've kind of reformatted it. To me it seems the same as it always was, but it just has a different name now. So yeah, still loving it. So I just put this in kind of, all the obvious places. Also try and put it in the places where you'd highlight, even though I'm so pale the concealer can't highlight, but it's not light enough to highlight, but it still gives that effect. It's slightly lighter. And then I use a Real Techniques expert face sponge, or whatever it's called, to blend that all in. Over the eyes, I don't use an eye primer, I just use concealer and then I set it with powder, and for me that works the same. As long as you use a pretty heavy duty powder, I think you're good on that front. Okay, so that's me done for concealer. So I do things in a pretty funny order, and I'm actually going to do brows next. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit for that. Okay, so for brows, I use this Bobbi Brown. You can see how old it is and how well loved it is. It's just a Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in the colour Mahogany. And I do my brows next because I like to clean them up with concealer. So that's why I do that. So I brush them through. I'm using this Morphe E29 brush. It's one of the dual-ended ones. I try and keep the natural shape whilst kind of adding a little bit of extra shape to it. A little bit of fullness kind of thing. So I fill in the bottom of the brow, like so. After I've done with that, I move on to the tail. Just kind of curving it around. I start from the top, like this, and then go in from the bottom, same thing. Just to meet the bottom of that point that I made before. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the other brow and then I'll show you them both. Okay, so I could go on all day with brows, but we stop at a certain point. Now, I don't actually worry too much about brows because I do clean them up with concealer underneath after. So again, I use the same concealer. I dollop some, like so, on the back of my hand, just like transfer it. And then I use this fantastic Morphe brush, which is the M432 brush. If you've seen anyone doing this before, it's probably with this brush. Go ahead and dip in, and then clean up underneath my brows. And then go gently around the top of it. I don't put too much on for this bit. Now that we're done with concealer, we're going to work on the rest of the face. So I use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It just has one colour because it's translucent. This stuff is great, really heavy duty. Now for eyes, I just make sure there are no creases with my beauty blender. And then I take some powder on my beauty blender, kind of like baking, but a very, very subtle version. And I will just dab this under the very bottom of my eye. Everywhere else, because I don't like too much powder, I use the Real Techniques contour brush, which is just a little powder brush. So I'll just sweep away any extra. Make sure I have no creases on my eyelids, and then I'll set my eyelids. Moving up to like all up to the brow where the concealer is. Make sure that nothing can crease. The normal places, so nose to forehead. My forehead tends to need the most powder for whatever reason. Gets the oiliest. Chin. And then I do all where I'm going to be putting bronzer and blusher and stuff, so sides of my cheeks. So that's it for powder, which I've just spilt all over myself. Now we're moving on to bronzer. I've used this bronzer for years. It's probably the bronzer that everyone uses. It's the Benefit Hoola. I take this with a Morphe E4 brush, which is perfect for bronzer. And I just go into the contour of my cheek. Now I don't use a contour powder, so I use bronzer in its place basically. I put it all around my forehead as well. Basically the places where you'd put a contour, I put my bronzer. Now because I don't do any contouring, I just put a little bit down either side of my nose. Again, like a nose contour, but I'm not pro enough. And I don't. Anytime I've tried to properly contour my nose, I just don't know how. And then I just blend that into my cheeks because it makes me look a bit more sun-kissed as well. And then just taking it around my jaw and down my neck. So next is time for blusher. I never used to wear blusher, but I absolutely love this one. Yeah, the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in the shade Pillow Talk, and it's really gorgeous. Love this. So it has two shades, and I'm going to take the darker pinker one on the outside edge, and I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to take the middle shade and I'm going to use that as a highlighter because It's so pretty. I like a more natural highlight, so for me this one is perfect. The light, really, really pretty. A bit on my forehead, my nose, and my cheek. Okay, and that's it for our face base. For that I just used the sheer powder brush from Bobbi Brown. Now we're moving on to the eyes, so I'm just going to zoom you guys in. Right, now for eyes in autumn I've been loving Urban Decay Naked Heat. It is the best. So I use the shades, I love Low Glow, just here. I love Cayenne, here. And I love Fuego, here. And those are the three that I'm going to be using today. From MAC, so it's a bit dirty. It will work just the same, I'm sure. Low Blow on my blending brush, and I'm just going to begin blending that through my eye, my crease. And next I'm going in with Cayenne. This is a slightly deeper, more like spicy colour. I wear shades like this quite a lot actually, just because I find they are flattering on blue eyes. They kind of make them pop. Okay, so now I'm taking Fuego, just like a purpley colour, and with the darker colours I just kind of like to rub it right into the corner. I get quite a lot on my brush and I just rub it into the corner like this, and then I'll blend it out. And now I also like to clean up the brow bone just before with a beauty blender. Make sure not too much is getting on, and then I'll just blend over again. So that's the eyes done. I just wanted to keep it nice and matte. I did a little line, nothing major or flicky, with the Kat Von D Tattoo eyeliner, and now I'm just doing mascara, very messily. But I will show you guys a really good way to get any of those mascara blobs off of your eyelids when you've done your nice eyeshadow looks, because that's the most annoying thing in the world. Then I go in with mascara on just the outer lower lashes. Yeah, I just find this gives a little bit of a elongated kind of cat eye look. As you can see, my mascara's done, but I've got some little blobs on my eye of mascara, so I just take a little spoolie, this one's from MAC, and I just go in and kind of scratch them off. And just go in with it and kind of clean it up. Last thing I have for you guys is lips. I use the MAC lip liner in the colour Wow. So I overline them slightly, but I don't go, you know, all out Kylie Jenner or anything like that. So that's my lips lined with Wow. Yeah, the Bare Minerals matte lip colour in Slay. Now, let me come back. Now, I think you can only get this colour in the US at the moment, but I think they did do a release of some in the UK, so I think it will come out soon. But if you're in the US, then definitely pick some of these up because it's a lovely colour. Put that in the centre for a slight ombre lip look. Okay, so here we have our finished look. So I hope you guys like this look, the kind of warmer eye, slight glow still to the skin, kind of like a nude but autumny kind of coloured mauvey lip, and yeah, really hope you guys like this look and enjoyed my first makeup tutorial. I did really enjoy filming it. It's very different to filming any like fashion related stuff, but was really fun. So let me know if you'd like me to do like a Christmas party one, or maybe like a New Year's one. I could add some like sparkles in and a red lip, because I love red lip. And yeah, hope you like this kind of different video. Please do subscribe. I love it when you subscribe, it's so lovely. And leave a comment about what you thought of the video and everything. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is @HollyGriffin. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week, or in less than a week, for another video. And I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I hope you're well. Bye, thanks for watching.